John Fraze. We're in Union City, Indiana. So we're right on the Indiana-Ohio line. And we do corn and soybeans. We all used to do lots and lots of tillage. Heavy tillage, deep tillage, that's what you did. And this went on forever and ever. Then we got to the point we didn't do that anymore. So we left the corn stalks. And then the next step, everybody had a no-till drill and you no-tilled into the corn stalks. Well, if it got wet, you couldn't do anything in the corn stalks. And the ground under each row, it stayed wet and heavy right under that row. But if you had a Salford, you could run the Salford across that corn stalk field, stay off of it for a day, get a little air. It just cracks it open enough, it gets a little air down in the dirt, chops them stalks up. Then when you come back a day later, you can go. And it eliminates all them cold, wet places right under those rows. There's two things that like vertical tillage. One is your planter or your drill. And the second thing that likes this vertical tillage tool is your grain head. So whether you like it or not, your planter and your grain head is what likes a Salford. And the first times we did this, we had a couple of tools that weren't a Salford, but they have an axle and then a blade every so often. They're vertical tillage. But if it's got an axle through all them blades, then I don't care what color they are, they're all alike. They all do the same thing. And they'll chop the stalks up pretty good in the fall. But what happens when you get into hard ground, they chunk it. You know, you'll set it good for the black ground, you go up over the hill and it's something different. So you got pieces of dirt that's that big around, you got pieces that's that big around. And most of the tools we've used before, that's the problem. Where a Salford, we can run that over all those different soil types, and when you get the other end, you look back over it, every piece is the same size. But with the Salford, when you dig down to the bottom of that trench, it's always damp right in the bottom of the trench. And everything else we did before, you know, if you jerk that clear up your field cultivator, you lose that top moisture. But we run the Salfords in front of everything we do. Every acre of corn ground, every acre of bean field. We run over with them Salfords and then we plant it, either corn or beans. You can dig down there, it's always, and it's firm right down the bottom of that trench and it's moist down there. It comes right up.